think that is one of the chillest squirrels I've ever encountered. Pretty cool to see back on where I came from. Last night I camped right on that ridge right at the top there. Set up my tent, my hammock, and just chilled. And then got up this morning and been slowly making my way underneath Castle Crags, Crag Rock. And I can kind of see the trail down over there coming along. I came right up to this ridge and got my first look of Mount Shasta this morning. Clouding over as usual, creating its own weather. And I'm continuing on. What a view. You can see Lassen Peak way off in the distance there. That's where Lassen National Park is. And then basically over the last week, I've worked my way north around those distance peaks and made my way up to Burney Falls, which is somewhere over there beyond those hills. And then made my way through the Shasta National Forest all the way up to Castle Crag and crossed the 5 freeway and descended down to 2,000 feet. And then from there, yesterday, I started climbing back up this way. And it was basically 30 miles, hiking all the way up, around over here. And then I basically set up camp and watched the sunset to the west and the thunderclouds over Mount Shasta, over along that ridge over there. And then this morning got up early and watched the sunrise over Shasta, and I've made my way all the way around this bowl, and now I'm working my way north. So, love you guys. I miss you. Bye. Yep, I think this is the way. It's the Pacific Crest Trail. Always good to see it shot up. This is a pretty nice way to end a day's hike. Rainbow and You got a view of Shasta way off in the distance there. And I think today is the furthest I've ever walked in my life in a single day. Just made it over 35 miles, so body feels pretty good. Yeah, crazy how your body adjusts, because when I started this up, I was probably struggling with 15 miles. But I love you guys. Bye. She's hiding from me. Still see her. Hey there, Mama. How are you doing today? Look who's hopping a ride with me. So this guy is still hanging out with me. I'm starting to wonder if he wants to go to Canada with me, because he's just been hanging on for miles now. Just chilling. Even with the impact of me walking, he's just doing his thing. So I'm gonna be heading north along the ridges on the left here, and I'm gonna be resupplying somewhere in Etna, which is somewhere down along this valley. Probably tomorrow. And Jiminy Cricket's still hanging in there. Just chilling. He's doing good. And I'm back in the burn again. I don't think Jiminy appreciates the burn. Maybe that's why he wants to get out of here. Alright, I'll try to get you there, buddy. Here's a public service announcement from Jiminy Cricket. Please don't start forest fires. He'd appreciate it. I love you guys. Jiminy Cricket says he loves you too. So this is all from a fire that happened in 2017. So basically in 7 years, just some ground brush is recovered, but yeah. Sad to see again. So this is on the north-facing side of the hill of the burn area. So there's more moisture on this side of the hill, and so plants are having a little easier time growing back. And you can also tell where the water is because you'll come into these valleys, and right at the base of the valleys you'll see a clustering of these plants. So this is where the streams are. There's a good comparison between what I would say is a normal sized dandelion and these supersized ones. You can hear the cows grazing down below. The White Fire swept through here in 2014, and so in 11 years, basically all that's grown back is all these bushes, pretty much. I think this south-facing side of the mountain is too dry to support trees anymore. So kind of looking like Southern California now. I'm on my last few miles before I get to the crossroad to hitch into Etna, which is down in this valley here. So they got a little city park there that you can camp in. I think it's like $5 a night or something like that. And they've got showers. I'll get supplies and then get back on the road. I've got basically less than 100 miles now to Oregon, so I'm getting there. So, love you guys. Bye. These two just chilling in front of this person's house. I just started back on the trail after Etna, and this is the first forest fire that I'm coming across, but looks like the wind's blowing the smoke south and I'm going north, so thankfully at least it won't be impacting me too much right now. But yeah. As you're coming along the trail, you come across these red splotches all over the place. And that's flame retardant from previous fires that they just drop, and it just kind of sits there. I'm guessing for some time. The fires continue. You can also tell this is a fresh fire because the burnt off bark is still partially on the trees, but you can see it just sort of peeling off and accumulating on the ground. And there's no plants on the ground, so you can definitely smell it. It smells different. Fresh forest fire. Looks like thunderclouds are starting to form again today, so I gotta push ahead and get to some place that's below tree line. Love you guys. Bye. Crazy, it's still running into snow patches up here. It's the 31st of July. There's Black Marble Mountain. So this is where I'm going to start cutting directly north. Basically going to Seiad Valley, which is, I think, still about 30 miles north that way. Beautiful contrast between the white and the green. Almost looks like this white marble has oozed down the side of the mountain. Never camp. Great day around here. Quite idyllic. Oh man, doesn't get any better than this. That's where I camped last night. Basically around the top of that ridge there. That was perfect. Strung up my hammock, made dinner, the deer run around. Now look at all these flowers. Everything's in bloom. The bees are definitely loving it. You can hear hear him buzzing. Love you guys. And this descent down the Seiad Valley has just been one blown down tree after another, having to jump over or climb halfway up the hill just to get around it. Some of them have been cleaned up, but it's exhausting. And it's hot and humid too, so that adds to it. Alright, love you guys. Mind if I pass by? What you doing there? So all this fire damage is from the Happy Camp fire in 2014. So you can see in 11 years, some of the dead trees are still standing. And so basically what happens is after the fire, a lot of the tree trunks are still standing. The bark then falls off usually. And then over time, like, bugs come and eat out the interior, and eventually the wind or something blows over the tree and falls down, and so every single year they want to keep the trail open. They have to go through and cut the fallen trees off the trail, kind of like this one here. But yeah, this segment here is this flat area isn't too bad, but further back for like 8 miles, it was a little sketch because there's more of a slope, and some of the trees are just giant, probably 200-300 years old, and so trying to get over those on a slope was interesting. But I'm glad I got through that. Rain on me here a little bit. Let's see. Kind of looks like it. These things. These are some big trees. Right. Love you guys. Bye. material that I've been exposed to on the trail. And so nice and low in the valley. It's actually up on the top of a mountain right now. Thank you guys. Respectable size, huh? Size of a marble. So yesterday it poured down rain coming into Seiad Valley, and I had to camp about 6 miles short of the town. And so I got up early this morning to try to walk into town, get there right when the general store and little cafe opens up at 7 a.m. so I can get food, and then start my hike up out of the valley, which of course is like 6,000 feet up. So I want to try to do that early before it starts getting warm and possibly more thunderstorms this afternoon. So I'm going to try to get up out of the danger zone. But, ooh, what was that? Love you guys. Bye. Enjoy your morning. Here's the Klamath River. I got up early this morning, so I'm trying to get to the general store when it opens at 7, but because of the rains last night, everything's overcast and there's mist through all the trees, and it just smells fresh. And this is actually what I was picturing Northern California to feel like, a little bit more. A little wetter, more lush. It's fresh, but I guess my perception of the state is, or Northern California is based more on my time spent along the coastal regions. So, but this is nice. I'll be curious to see what it looks like as the sun comes up and the clouds start burning off. I think there were also fires that swept through here in 2014, so hopefully I'll have some shade as I go up 6,000 feet this afternoon, but we'll see. I'll take it as it comes. Love you guys. Bye. this segment, you gotta walk along the road for a little bit. I think I should make it to the groceries, or to the general store by 7 a.m. So get my supplies and then start my way up into the clouds.